Hey everybody!
Hey y'all!
Today we're calling all rednecks. Are you
That's
redneck?
us. That's me.
I know we're redneck. Oh, that's okay. It's okay to be a redneck.
It is okay. It is.
So you remember Jeff Foxworthy?
I
and all
love
his
that show.
jokes
Yes.
and all his. You might be a redneck if, and then the one that sticks in my mind is, you might be a redneck if your front porch falls in and kills 6 or more dogs. Stray dogs.
I don't think that's ever happened to me, but I still would identify as a redneck.
Yeah, me too. So anyway, Deb's going to make something really good today. Why don't you tell us about it?
It's called Redneck Caviar. It's something that my son worked for a local restaurant, and something that they made and they put on sandwiches, or they sold as a dip, and we're making it as a dip because we got big games coming up. Big games. In a couple of days is the national. Let's see, the
national championship.
Is it the national?
Football.
Okay,
yeah.
The national championship, which has got Alabama and Georgia, which we have both in my house. And then after that, we'll have Super Bowl. So you got to have some good food for game times, right?
Exactly. It's all about the eating, y'all.
It is.
It may be about the ball game, but it's all about the eating for me.
So we're starting on the Redneck Caviar. So here we go.
So what do we got here?
Right here is 2 cans of black-eyed peas.
And what did we do with those?
We drained them and we rinsed them, both of them. Drain them at the sink and then run some water over them and drop them in your bowl. And then we're going to add 1 can of black beans, doing the same thing. We're going to drain them.
Why don't you move that camera so they
and rinse them. So here, I'll show you. Mo's going to drain and rinse the black beans.
So I'm pouring them into this awesome little strainer. Wow. They're just still coming out. No, I'm good. It has slotted. There's tons of slots in it. And then your juice runs out, and then you can rinse them under the water.
And you know, that's good for whenever you're even doing, if you're making canned green beans at home. Get that saltiness and some of that canned taste rinsed off before you actually cook them.
The taste of can. If it canned anything. So
pour
I've
those
these black beans.
Pour those right there into your bowl. So I'm going to turn the camera down to the bowl because we're going to add a
You'll need to get you
whole bunch of
those are neat
stuff.
little gadgets.
You're going to use it again. So
I am? Okay.
2 cans of corn, just drained.
Just drained. I don't have to rinse them.
Right.
Okay.
2 cans of corn is
And this is, it calls for shoe peg corn. But what's the difference?
I really don't know what shoe peg corn is. When I made it the first time, we used just regular corn, so that's what I did today. So if y'all know what shoe peg is, tell us.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like maybe just the tops of the corn kernels.
I'm not even sure. And I couldn't find it at the grocery store. And then 2 cans of Rotel. If you like the hot kind, get it. Whatever. We just got the original.
They have hot and they have mild and they have original.
And then
I figure that's in between, right?
Exactly. I'm going to add some spices to it, so if it might make it a little bit hotter, so we don't want it to be too hot.
Right.
Okay, so you're going to add that to your bowl.
Man,
this is a lot. This makes a lot.
Okay, what's next?
Now we're going to add 2 tomatoes already chopped up.
Okay.
Add that to your bowl. 1 purple onion chopped up, and I did chop this up pretty fine.
That's a lot of onion.
It is,
you sure you
but
want
it's
the whole thing? Oh my goodness.
We've almost got all our ingredients. Now we have a green bell pepper and a red bell pepper. Add that in. I'm gonna get us a spoon to serve with.
Okay, and these are finely chopped.
Yes, they do need to be chopped up pretty small. I should have gotten a bigger bowl.
Might have, should have.
So I made this the other day, but I halved the recipe. So I had and I used a smaller bowl, so I thought this would do. But,
oh my.
So next, while you're adding, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of a whole bunch of spices.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm going to look for a bigger bowl. And here they're in order, and that's the half teaspoon.
So I'll need 2.
So yes, 1 teaspoon. Tell them what you're adding. Of each one.
Okay, this is garlic seasoning because it called for, what did it call for? Garlic powder?
Yes. But I don't have it.
But she didn't have any, so as always, we like to improvise around here. Okay, so there's 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of onion powder.
I found my giant stainless mixing bowl.
Oh, good.
We'll try
Why don't
this
you go
one.
ahead and put them in there, because I have a feeling this is going to be.
It's gonna be hard to stir. So
Yeah.
when you're making it, get a giant bowl.
That was onion powder. Wow, that's a big bowl.
It is. This is the giant one. Okay.
Ooh,
Look how good that.
Oh, it's pretty.
Isn't it pretty? Like I said though, I halved it the other day. So if you don't want this much, you can half the recipe really easily. But it goes pretty fast. You'll be surprised. I'm going to tell you what all you can eat it with here in a second.
Okay, so back to the spices. This is ground cumin. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of that, and everything's a teaspoon, right?
Right.
I asked you that already.
It is. If you feel like when you do a taste test afterwards, you'd like to add some more, feel free. Look how much vegetables you've got in here.
Oh,
Add
yeah.
a little more if you need to.
Okay, chili powder, y'all. Chili powder.
Did you skip the parsley?
Oh, do I have to do it in order?
No, but I just was making sure
Yeah,
we
I have
didn't
not
leave it
done
out.
it. No.
Okay.
Yes, that would be important. Okay,
Chili
so
powder.
the chili powder. We've got parsley flakes. You could probably add fresh parsley
Yes.
if you wanted to.
Fresh would be very pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
Teaspoon of everything.
Teaspoon of everything. That makes it easy.
Now, I added
What
a
about
few red pepper flakes. You don't want it to be too hot, and they can be kind of hot. So I just eyeballed a few red pepper flakes.
I love those.
Give it a little kick.
What about the
Salt.
Himalayas? Okay.
It says a teaspoon of salt, but because I grind, and that grinder's kind of
have
hard
to
to
let you do that,
use.
Debbie.
So you can do the pepper.
Okay.
Just-
Oh, the
just
pepper is
eyeball the
easy.
pepper.
What's this, y'all? See how easy that is?
Usually I have my salt in that too, but I'm out of that salt.
Oh,
So,
you are?
so I'm having to hand grind the salt.
No more.
That's
Just a
right.
good measure. Those are fancy dancy.
You could also add, if you wanted to, cayenne pepper, but since I've done the red pepper flakes, I'm not going to add
Yeah, I'll blame
cayenne.
you.
Okay, there's some salt,
What
but
else?
that is something you could add. So the last ingredient, why don't we go ahead and stir these
Okay.
together just a little bit.
Stir that up there, Deb.
Look how pretty.
That
The
is
colors are
gorgeous.
so pretty.
That makes me want to have a party just to feed the people this stuff.
Exactly.
This redneck
Now,
caviar.
last thing is a 16 ounce of zesty Italian craft, or it doesn't matter, craft, any kind, but zesty Italian dressing. I couldn't get the lid off, so I have already opened it this way.
Oh, okay.
I could not get the lid to twist off, so we're just going to do this.
Okay.
Well, maybe not. It's going to take forever to
Oh,
do that.
Debbie. Okay. You know what? We're not going to let it beat us, Jerry.
I couldn't do
You got
it.
one of those little grabber thingies?
No, I don't have a grabber thingy.
You need one.
I thought I
Everybody
could
needs
do
one
that.
of those. That's crazy, isn't it?
I broke the seal and everything, but I could not get it to come off.
Okay. So you've just got
You
a
mean
little hole poked in the...
Yes, but we need
Yeah,
to
that's-
get the hole poked a little better.
Yeah, I need it.
There's some in that drawer, right there. There's some little knives. Try that. So, once you get your Italian dressing, the whole bottle will go in with your vegetables. And then we're going to do a taste test.
Here we go.
There we go. I thought it would come out pretty
Now
good.
we
It's
serious.
just getting
about
stopped
it.
up. There we go. Yes.
I can't believe you used the whole
The whole thing. So of
There
course
we
I
go.
just used half of one the other day when I made it by myself, and we were just doing half. Now we're gonna do a taste test here, see if we need to add anything.
Okay.
But the best, you need to make this a day or two ahead of your party, because it needs to set about 8 hours in the refrigerator to let all those amazingly good seasonings
Flavors, yes.
get melded together.
Oh, yes.
So we like to eat it with chips. We've got some
Smells
chips to
so
eat
good.
it with. But this is really good on sandwiches. We made turkey wraps. Put this on it. That's what my son. They made it at his restaurant, and they put it on sandwiches.
Sorry, I messed up your bag, Debbie.
That's okay.
Okay.
But you could eat it with pinto beans. You could eat it with Mexican dishes.
There's a lot of ingredients.
Loads of things that you can make this with. I mean, that you can eat this with. Sorry.
But I
Give it a shot.
guarantee you, all the rednecks at your party, whether they're rednecks or not, will love this.
What you think? It's better as it says. I promise. It's really good.
Very good. Mm.
I might
So
add a little
good.
more salt to it myself, but you gotta try it.
It's so good. Wow, Debbie.
And if
Thanks
there's
for
an
sharing.
ingredient in here that you really don't like,
Leave it out.
don't just
Because
don't
there's
use it.
plenty of others to take its place. Yeah, when Debbie took a picture of all the ingredients, we're going to post it on here. I was like, wow, that is a lot of ingredients.
Look at it.
But look at it. How big is that mixing bowl?
It's 16. It's up to the 16 cup.
16 cups. That will feed every redneck. From
Listen,
here
you think
to...
that, but it goes fast.
It does.
It's that
It
good.
does.
You think,
My friend Kim Massey, and your friend, Kim Massey makes this and used to bring it to all of our gatherings, and everybody loved it.
I
and ate
bet
it
you
up.
know a redneck who makes this. I bet
Or-
you've heard of it before.
Yeah, or someone who's not a redneck. Anyway, this
Give
is
it a
really
try.
good. I think we need some
Let
more.
us know what you think.
And
Serve
I'm
it up.
thinking in the summertime, this to me seems like a really good summer dip because you put fresh tomatoes in that.
I like it because you can have it. You know, you come home from work, you need just a little snack. Get out a few chips and a bowl of dip.
I wonder how long it would stay good in the fridge.
And I would say it would stay in there for about 5 days, 7 days. I probably wouldn't go a whole lot longer than that, but
Yeah. 'Cause
it'll
the
keep for a
acid
few
and
days. But you do have to, I mean, you don't have to let it set. You can eat it immediately just like we are doing.
all.
But
Wow.
it is better when it sets for just a little while. If you can imagine it getting even better, it does.
I'm gonna take some of this home to Tink. And
Yes.
He's gonna love it.
There's not much he don't like, is there?
He likes food.
So do I.
Except fish. He won't eat fish.
Really? I'm not a big
fish.
fan of it myself, but
Yeah.
so give it a try. Redneck Caviar. Let us know what you think.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.